for young readers ages 9 to 14 precisely because...
Okay, I had to go to town today, so I'm on my way home. This is what the road to home looks like. What am I up to today? Well, I was hoping I could rest because over the weekend we traveled, not real far, like 2.5 hours away, for my uncle's 90th birthday party. And so I got to see all kinds of cousins, and that was really good. And then we came home yesterday. The last, 3 days it's been raining. I did go out this morning and gathered a few little bitsy things out of my garden. I picked a whole bunch of chives and then put them in a container, and this is some Swiss chard. So I'm going to put this in the fridge, and it will be ready for when I want it. I've been enjoying my fermented pickles and my fermented, this is kind of a mixture of peppers and pickle and zucchini, and I've been enjoying my sprouts. These are lentil sprouts, and my sauerkraut, and I have some kombucha that I purchased, but I've also been making my own. So once I drink the purchased one, I fill it up with homemade. I have homemade yogurt in there too, and one little store-bought one that we got at breakfast yesterday. And you can see I still have all these apples to do something with. I'm keeping a close eye on them, make sure they're not spoiling. And I have I've plucked microgreens and eaten off of this one couple of times, but you can see I have more growing. And up here I have some that haven't germinated yet. I brought in one plant that I had outdoors. It's still doing just fine. I had it under my cover, and I don't know what kind of a plant it is. I think I asked one day, it looks like lavender, but it doesn't. I don't think it's like, I don't know what it is. Let's see if you can, there, that's the kind of leaf and a flower. I know I planted it. So if you know what it is, just let me know. That's kind of what it looks like. And my little tomato plant has a bunch of little tomatoes. I don't know if you can see them. Yeah, you can see one. There's one way back in there. So that's kind of fun. I also painted some brown stripes on a portion of the wall that we had repaired. It needed repair, so the paint is as close as we could come to what the wallpaper was. And then today I just painted stripes on there so it would match the wallpaper. And as you can see, it kind of matches the wallpaper. Pretty close, pretty close. And we'll be hanging some pictures back up at the top part too. So I have a bunch of table scraps in here that I've been keeping in the freezer to feed to my worms, which I will, I don't know, either this afternoon or tomorrow. And I picked a beet, one solitary beet. Has a nice top on it, which I probably will eat for a mid-afternoon snack. And here's my apple cider vinegar that is fermenting, turning into apple cider vinegar. And it looks like it's acquiring a pretty nice little color there. This is an experiment. I will have to take the lid off a little while and see. I was trying to ferment some lemonade. And I have out in my garden a bunch of sacks full of leaves, which will just stay there for a while in their sacks. And at some point I should probably go out and poke holes in the sacks so that there's some water that can get in there to help it mulch up. So by spring they will be, well, they won't be totally composted, but they will be pretty much so. And I need to take part of them and take them over and mulch up my grapes and anything else that I think needs to have some mulch on it. It's supposed to be nicer tomorrow, so maybe tomorrow I can get out and get all that done. I don't like working out in the rain, so I'm not going to do it this afternoon. And as you saw at the beginning of the video, I did go to town today. I needed to go to town just to go to the pharmacy because we had some meds that we needed to pick up. So I have to drive, it's to get to the about almost probably 19, maybe 20 miles to the pharmacy. And we live inside of a little bitsy town, but it's not big enough to have its own pharmacy. And so the nearest big city, which is only about 17,000 people, if you call that big, is Pendleton, Oregon, and that's where we go. We go to church and to the pharmacy and do most of our shopping there. Some of our shopping we do in Tri-Cities, Washington. That's Kennewick, Richland, and Pasco, Washington. We did some shopping at Costco in Lewiston. No, it wasn't Lewiston. It was in Clarkston, Washington this weekend because that's where we were for my uncle's birthday party. And so we thought since there's a Costco there, that would save us a trip to Tri-Cities. We stopped and picked up some things that we were needing that is just easier to get in bulk than it is at our local, in Pendleton and, well, or Walla Walla too, but we usually shop in Pendleton because we don't have to worry about the sales tax in Oregon. We have Walmart and Safeway, and there's one other grocery store, and I can't think of the name of it right now. It's not Whole Foods. What is it? Don't remember. It's a smaller store that it's kind of a chain, but yet it's not a big chain. Those are the only grocery type stores we have at our disposal. It used to be an Albertsons, but Albertsons left when they merged in with Safeway. The Safeway was the bigger of the two stores, so the Safeway stayed and the Albertsons went away. Anyway, that's my life story of today. And I hope you had a good weekend. Oh, and I have something special that happened to me on the weekend. Kind of happened to me without my being there. As most of you know, I've talked about this before. I belong to Toastmasters. And they had a big, what they call the Fall Summit. It's not a conference. It's just it's just an awards, I'm going to call it a banquet because it did involve a lunch. And then some training for some of the officers in the afternoon. Anyway, they give away awards. And one of the awards they give is to Toastmaster of the Year. And never in my wildest dreams did I expect to be chosen as Toastmaster of the Year, but I was. And even though I didn't attend the award ceremony, I still got the award. And gosh, I'm so humbled. No way did I think that I don't know. I just do what I'm asked for the district officers. I kind of do some of their computer stuff like make surveys and make registration forms and keep the web page up to date. They have a secretary and they have a public relations person, and they both can do those sorts of things too. But somehow or another, I'm the one that gets asked, and I, because I can, I do. And I guess they like to honor me with some appreciation, which I would be more than willing to do without that honor. But I am very humbled to have received the Toastmaster of the Year for the 2018-2019 Toastmaster year. And so I think I will probably be getting a certificate or something. I think tomorrow one of the Toastmasters, our area director actually, goes to the same Toastmaster club that I do, and she said to allow some time when I made the agenda for her to present some awards. So I have a feeling I'll get whatever it was that he gave me, other than just the words. So I just wanted to say, if any of my Toastmaster friends are watching this, I just want to say thank you from the very bottom of my heart. I'm very humbled and honored to have received that award, because it's not just anybody who gets it. They put a lot of thought into who gets that honor each year. And usually the people that get it are people that have been past district directors or have done something really magnificent. But like I always told them, I didn't need any recognition. I'm just a worker bee. And in any organization, you need those worker bees. So I guess maybe it was a time for the worker bee to be recognized tonight. Thank you. I thank them very much. Well, enough of that. It's hard to talk about myself that way. It really is. And I know that none of us should be afraid to toot our own horns when the horns need to be tooted, but it's hard. I don't do the things that I do necessarily for recognition. I just do them because they need to be done, and I can, so I do. And they said I always say yes. That isn't true. I've told them no lots of times. I say no when I need to say no, because I know how to keep myself from getting overloaded. Well, almost I know how. Well, I better stop rambling on and conclude this video. I'm wishing everyone a very wonderful week ahead. And I hope the weather is okay for everybody. I know I don't like our rain, but we need it, so I won't complain too much. I just don't want to go out and work in it. So I want to thank everybody who has subscribed to my channel. And if you haven't subscribed, I invite you to do that. Go ahead and leave me a comment. Hit that like button. And most of all, may the good Lord richly bless you. Until next time.